Hey, what's up YouTube? This is a little walk around video on my 2013 Ducati Hypermotard SP. I just picked this up about 6 weeks ago, yeah, roughly in there. Coming off a broken shoulder right now, and been riding it. Just got to start riding it about last week. This thing is freaking retarded, man. I mean, absolutely the most ridiculous bike I've ever ridden in my whole life. I've ridden a few things, big bikes, sport bikes, 600s, thousands. I came off of a DRZ, and actually I still have that bike, so just because it's a little bit more hooligan-y than this thing is, even, believe it or not. This is definitely a little bit more of a street bike than the Supermoto, but it's very much Supermoto at the same time. Let's see, we've got a lot of stuff going on here with this bike. I basically stole it as far as I'm concerned. The guy who was selling it put a whole bunch of money into it, and I picked it up for a great deal. So I could not be more happy right now. This has been my dream bike for probably about a year and a half now, and really just, I don't know. I've wanted a hyper since I probably saw them about 5 years ago, but obviously these new ones just came out about a year and a half ago, and I mean, they're just worlds better than the old ones in my opinion. I did get to ride an old one time, and it sold me right away, and I knew when I saw these I had to have one. So I just kept patient and kept looking for a good deal, and it definitely came through on this beast. Let's see. So it's a 2013 Hypermotard SP. It's got an 821cc motor. It is liquid cooled. They've gone from 2 valves per cylinder to 4 valves per cylinder with this new motor configuration. Really fucking crazy motor. Super smooth, a lot of power. I mean, plenty of power in the low revs, and a lot of torque. And then, I mean, if you got the balls and you can keep that throttle cracked and just not shift it early, and I mean, seriously, you break $7 grand on this thing, and it's a monster. It literally, you think it's gonna die down once you start getting up there in the high RPMs, and it absolutely does not. It pulls even harder. So I mean, really, the mass torque is probably between like the 7,000 to 8,500 range, and it's just screaming at that point. Like you're literally just terrified. I mean, it's with this exhaust system on here and everything running. It's loud. It's fucking mean. I mean, it's a handful, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Some of the mods that this guy's done. Let's see. He's got these bar guards here are actually off of the old Hypermotard. So the previous model. And they've got the cool little flip out little mirrors there. I do like that. Gets me through traffic pretty easy. I just fold them right up when I'm coming up on splitting lanes and stuff, and it makes my life a lot easier because I don't really need to see behind me. No one's gonna be really passing me at that point. Let's see. It's got the full race Terminioni exhaust system and the whole up map and everything that comes along with the computer for this bike. So now when I turn the bike on, instead of just saying Hypermotard, it says Hypermotard Racing. You can kind of see it there. Let's see what else we got here. Got the, I'll fire that up in a minute. I mean, the SP model comes with the Olin shock. Comes with basically compression rebound adjustment. So it's really really a nice shock. Wouldn't have any problems just running that. No upgrades needed there. It's definitely doing the job. It's a little stiff though. I mean, I think the stock setup, it's stiff. I mean, it takes a little while to get used to, especially coming off the DRZ, because that thing over there it's a plush bike. I mean, I get on, the thing sags a good chunk of change, and this one you get on it and it drops about ½ an inch. So it's definitely stiff. I took all the preload out of the front fork for right now, just because it's got about, I think, 11 different clicks, you can say, on actual adjustment for the preload on the spring there, and it was on 4, and I didn't get any sag at all. I'm sitting there, it's just wasn't going down whatsoever. So I took it all out. I'm only weighing about 175, 185 pounds, depending on how much beer I drink that week. But basically, yeah, you can take all your preload out there. You just twist that little red guy, and on both sides there's a preload adjustment, and then you have compression on the left and rebound on the right. And so I kind of played around with those. What I found was the rebound, when I turned it all the way up and basically like all the way in and closed it and got it where it was hard. Like, I mean, the compression too, and both of them, when I ran it stiff, the bike itself, it turned a lot quicker. The turning into just kind of being agile, I guess you could say, through traffic. It was really quick. The shock was set up really good. I went through. Usually what I'll do is I'll set up the fork first, and then I mean, everybody does this kind of differently, but this is sort of how I've always done my bikes. I'll set the fork up first. Obviously, you want to do your preload, get your sag ballpark, and then kind of go from there. Later on, you can kind of stiffen stuff up. Usually a stiff bike for me has always been a fast bike, but you know, everybody's a little different, and I do commute on this, so I kind of wanted a little bit more compliance in the front end instead of just, you know, it's not going to be a dream world out there as far as the roads are concerned. So I'm working on trying to get that dialed in, but I'm pretty happy where it's at right now. I'll put my settings up on the link here, and it took a little while to get it kind of tuned for where I was happy with it, but like I said, I'll definitely put those up. It's got the carbon fiber rear hugger in here. I don't know if you all can see that. It's pretty fucking bright out here. But yeah, he put that on there, so that's actually not a stock piece, but a lot of other carbon fiber comes with the SP model. Also got the fender eliminator kit here. Yes, it's carbon fiber. Every fucking thing on here is carbon fiber. You know, got it on the engine covers there, on the exhaust, the heat shield. The front lower fender is carbon fiber as well. That's stock on the SP model. Hold on one second here. Let me turn the lights on. And we're back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I got this whole freaking Steadicam suit on right now that I made in another video. You can see it on the page there. But basically, where the fuck was I? Okay, carbon fiber everywhere. Red by wire throttle, so there's actually no throttle cable or anything on these bikes. It's all just computer now, which is really fucking badass. 3 different riding modes. You got wet, then you got your sport mode, and you got your race mode with the SP. So similar to the base model, but slightly different as far as what the settings that come kind of defaulted with them, and a little bit of a better feel on the race mode from what I've talked to the dealer guy. That's what he told me. So let's see. Basically, it's a really cool bike. I'm very much excited to have it, and I've been riding it non-stop. Probably done about 600 miles on it, and more to come this week for sure. So that's a good start to my career with Ducati. Very pleased as far as the professionalism. It's a well-built product. Nothing really overlooked. It's got Brembo brakes front and rear. You know, just really good attention to detail. But you will find like small minor things here and there with these bikes, but like, for example, some of the paint down here in this area is a little bit lacking in my opinion. But it's not bad. It's just, you can kind of tell like if you really start looking at things. You'll see it's an Italian made motorcycle. It's not from Japan. It's not going to be, you know, they make a billion of these things, and 99% of them are flawless, and you know, they get a few flaws in there because they're Japanese manufacturers and they know what the fuck they're doing. These guys know what the fuck they're doing, but it's a little bit different level of, I guess you could say, refinement, and it's kind of what you get when you get into Ducati. You get that. It gives it some character, I think, and no two bikes are the same. So that being said, let me go ahead and fire this bitch up here, because this one is actually fairly unique in itself. I'll go over. I forgot to show you guys the levers that I have on here, so we'll do that. But this is what she sounds like. That's that. Alright, just to kind of finish this video off, let me show you the CRG levers. This is actually the only bike I know with a front brake CRG lever. They had to kind of custom make this little billet piece in here. And I also have the one for the clutch. Pretty cool stuff. They self-adjust. Thanks for watching.